she was born and
Go ahead.
she was born in my arms, and she was holding my arms, and she was about to turn the light off, and she was doing it. And she was, Samantha was taking a clock, and she was my bed, she was climbing my bed, and she was a monster.
She was a monster?
Yeah, and she was cutting my nails, and she was cutting my finger, and it was hurting.
Oh no, she cut your finger?
Yeah, and I can see it, and it was gone, and I can't see it. My mom and my dad was a monster, and he was cutting your house, and I was cutting his house, and he was cutting motorcycle, and my motorcycle was running. I was going up like a house, and I was buying the bar. I got you tails and the furniture.
Oh no.
And Kyle and Samantha and Dad was a monster, like the scary, and I was getting me, and I was running and like monster, like I was getting her, like my daddy and Samantha and Kyle was running, and I was monster, and I was a bus. I was going, like I was born, like I was born into, like I was awake, and I was awake, like, and the monster was breaking me up, and you see, he and Daddy and Kyle and my dad was one, like, I born, and he was born like that, and I got my daddy was funny. I was laughing at him, and he was, and him was I got and I was funny at him. He was, and him was cracking his butt in his head, and he was back in his solo, and he was moving like a music, and he was dancing like a leg, and he was falling down like a leg, and he was falling down like a playhouse, like I was in the game, was playing with the games, and I was playing the ball. I got 10 and 5, like I was playing with the, I got ball. I scored.
You scored. Wow.
And I was balling like my eye hurt, and Samantha and Kyle and my daddy was a monster, and was looking my finger, and was hurt. I can't see them, and like I was blind, and like blah. I was running like I was a blind, like I was a blind, like a monster. Like, I was doing like this, and like and I was funny, like I was bumping, like my head, it was cutting my nails, and like I was and my dad was funny. He was clapping his hands, and like and he was funny clapping his hands, and he said like his finger was in his hands. And my dad was funny. I was laughing at him, and he was falling down. He was falling down like that, like a doggy. He was like a bone, like I was eating it. And my dad was funny. And Samantha and Kyle and my daddy was a monster again, and there was and they were just gone. The monster gone, and the I was cutting them like this. I was funny. I was like, why I was one monster. Like I was in the bed, like a monster was getting me, and Samantha and Kai was a monster was getting me. And I was in bed, like Daddy and Kyle was waking me up, and I was at bed. And there was spinning at me, and there was, and there was Kyle and Samantha and Dad, and my dad was putting like my face, and there was kind of new house, and it was a boo-boo in the house.
There was a boo-boo in the house?
Yeah, it was a scary monster, and it was a bark, but I hooked my mouth and my cheek, and it was hurting.
Oh.
And it was fun. I was crying.
You were crying.
I was a bodyguard, like I was a boss, and I was to butt my butt, and I cracked my butt, and I was cracking my butt, and it was silly, and I was pulling my butt, my board, and my bottom was blanket, and my blanket was in my mommy's house. My daddy's house was my dad got like, and my daddy was funny. He was talking to me with my mouth. I was like a monster. I was a boss, like I was a bunch, like I was a bunch, like a ball. There was, and there was finally like this. I was playing like this, and there was a guy was loudest, and I was scaring the mustard. The mustard scared me. It was I cried. And my mother and Kyle and my dad was our God. And she was a monster, and my dad and Kyle and Samantha was our God. And she was freaking away. She was like that. He was laughing, like I was fun. I was cutting my nails, and I was sliding down the roads, like I was fighting. I was born like as a party guy. Like I was born, and my blanket was in my shoes, and it was in my house, and it was in my aunt's, and it was in the eyes, and it was in the Einstein's, and it was a cool little Einstein's, and I was holding my head.
That's okay. All done?
Yeah.
That's a long story.
Yeah.
That's a long story.
Yeah. And Sally and Kyle and